Hello learners. Listen to this beautiful melody. So melodious, right? पर आपको जानकर हैरानी होगी कि ये म्यूजिशियन सुन नहीं सकती. Then how did she play so beautifully? Let's find out in the first part of the chapter, The Sound of Music, that is, Evelyn Glennie listens to sound without hearing it. The writer of this chapter is Deborah Cowley. इन्होंने इंटरव्यू लिया था Evelyn Glennie का, जिनकी इस चैप्टर में बात हो रही है. Evelyn Glennie is a very famous multi-musician who can play many musical instruments, but जैसे कि हेडिंग कहती है कि she can listen to sound without hearing it, अब ये कैसे ही पॉसिबल है? ये ऐसे पॉसिबल है कि Evelyn Glennie साउंड को सुन नहीं सकती, लेकिन उसकी वाइब्रेशंस को फील कर सकती है. So, let us start with the chapter and see Evelyn Glennie को किन-किन प्रॉब्लम्स को फेस करना पड़ता है to reach this stage of her career, जहां वो बहुत फेमस है and सब उनके म्यूजिक को काफी पसंद करते हैं. Chapter starts like this, कि it was rush hour at underground train platform. On a bench, a girl was sitting who was small and thin. वो 17 years से कम उम्र की लग रही थी. That girl was nervous and excited too. वो excited इसीलिए थी क्योंकि it was her first day in the Royal Academy of Music, London. Royal Academy of Music, which is in London, is a very famous and prestigious institute of music. यहाँ एडमिशन लेना और यहाँ से ग्रेजुएशन परस्यू करना बहुत ही मुश्किल है. She was nervous because she belonged to a small town Scotland and वो स्कॉटलैंड से पढ़कर लंदन के एक फेमस इंस्टीट्यूट में म्यूजिक की पढ़ाई करने जा रही थी. And her journey from Scotland to London was not very easy. Instead it was full of troubles and challenges, but she overcame it all and managed to secure admission here in this institute. Biggest challenge in her life was कि she was deaf and उन्हें सुनाई नहीं देता था. She was not completely deaf from birth, या ऐसा भी नहीं हुआ था कि उनका कोई एक्सीडेंट हुआ हो जिसकी वजह से उनकी लिसनिंग पावर चली गई हो. ये जो उनकी लॉस ऑफ हियरिंग की प्रॉब्लम थी ये धीरे धीरे सामने आई. Her mother was the first person to notice it. ये तब की बात है जब she was 8 years old and she was waiting for her turn to play the piano. Her mother called her name, but उन्होंने कोई response नहीं दिया. From that instance only her mother realized that everything was not fine with her. ऐसे बहुत सारे instances हुए, लेकिन अपनी इस loss of hearing की प्रॉब्लम को Evelyn सबसे हाइड करती रही. When she was 11, her marks in the school started to degrade. ये देखकर her headmistress called her parents and urged them to take Evelyn to a specialist. जब उन्हें स्पेशलिस्ट के पास लेकर जाया गया वहां she was diagnosed with nerve damage and specialist ने उन्हें बताया कि धीरे धीरे उनकी hearing abilities जा रही है and कुछ टाइम बाद वो permanently deaf हो जाएंगी. Specialist advised her to wear hearing aids. Specialist also told her कि अब उन्हें अपना पिछला स्कूल छोड़कर न्यू स्पेशल स्कूल में एडमिशन लेना चाहिए. ये सब सुनकर Evelyn was very disappointed and everything in front of her looked black. Evelyn decided कि she would not live like this and she was determined enough to lead a normal life. She wanted to pursue her passion of music at any cost. Once Evelyn noticed a girl playing a xylophone. Xylophone is a musical instrument having wooden strips and those wooden strips are played with the help of two sticks. Seeing the girl playing the instrument, Evelyn wanted to play it too. And उन्होंने decide किया कि वो अपने स्कूल वापस जाएंगी and she will pursue her passion of music. But in her school most teachers discouraged her and pulled her back. But वहाँ उनके एक teacher the Ron Forbes who noticed an immense potential in her. उनका ये मानना था कि अगर Evelyn को जरा सा पुश दी दिया जाए तो she can do very good in her life. He became her mentor. उनके टीचर रोन फोर्ब्स ने दो लार्ज ड्रम्स लिए और डिफरेंट ट्यून्स में ड्रम्स को प्ले किया. उन्होंने Evelyn को बोला कि तुम्हें इन ड्रम्स की साउंड को सुनना नहीं है बल्कि you need to feel or sense their vibrations. Evelyn realized that she was able to feel the vibrations of the drums. अपने वेस्ट के ऊपर के एरिया में वो ड्रम की हायर बीट्स की वाइब्रेशंस को फील कर सकती थी एंड वेस्ट से नीचे के एरिया में ड्रम की लोअर बीट्स की वाइब्रेशंस फील कर सकती थी. Ron Forbes repeated the exercise and Evelyn noticed that she is able to feel different vibrations differently. She started to analyze those vibrations and उन्होंने drums के अलावा दूसरे musical instruments की vibrations को भी analyze करना, feel करना start किया. She said she had learned to open mind and body to sounds and vibrations. And from that moment, her life totally changed for the better. She used to practice various musical instruments and slowly learned to play them all that too brilliantly. With her sheer determination and hard work she was able to succeed in this field of music. उसके बाद से उन्होंने पीछे मुड़कर नहीं देखा और मेहनत करती रही. उन्होंने एज अ म्यूजिशियन यूथ ऑर्केस्ट्रा के साथ मिलकर पूरे यूनाइटेड किंगडम का टूर किया. Then she auditioned for this Royal Academy of Music, London, जिसकी बात हमने चैप्टर के स्टार्टिंग में की थी. She got the highest marks in the history of audition. ऑडिशन में इतने मार्क्स आज तक किसी कैंडिडेट को नहीं मिले थे जितने उन्हें मिले. During the 3 years of her graduation she shifted from orchestral work to solo performances. After 3 years of her graduation, she graduated with top honors and awards. उनका कहना है कि अगर तुम हार्ड वर्क करोगे और तुम्हें पता है तुम्हें कहाँ जाना है, तो you will definitely reach there. The author is saying that she had a 2-hour-long discussion with Evelyn and the author was impressed to see कि Evelyn से वो जो भी questions पूछ रही थी, उनका जवाब वो बहुत अच्छे से दे रही थी. Even though Evelyn was deaf still she was not missing out on any question and she was able to communicate with her very easily. During the interview Evelyn tells about herself that men with beard trouble her. ऐसा क्योंकि जब वो किसी से बात करती है तो ना केवल उनके लिप्स की मूवमेंट नोटिस करती है बल्कि she observes the whole face especially eyes and she faces trouble in noticing the facial expressions of bearded men. Many times people ask her how she can speak so clearly because अक्सर ये देखा गया है कि जो अच्छे से सुन नहीं सकते उनको बोलने में भी प्रॉब्लम होती है. इसका आंसर वो देती है कि क्योंकि वो 11 इयर्स तक सुन सकती थी और 11 इयर्स के बाद ही उनकी लिसनिंग पावर गई थी इसीलिए उन्हें क्लियरली बोलना आता है. People even asked her how she managed to learn French and Japanese. Because understanding a new language is difficult if you can't hear it. She did not give an answer to this question, but we know she managed to learn the languages only because of her sheer determination and hard work. She told many things about herself, about her work and about how she manages to feel the vibrations of different musical instruments. She tells कि जब भी वो ऐसे स्टेज पर जाती है, जिसका बेस वुडन होता है, तो वो वहाँ अपने शूज रिमूव कर देती है, because by that way, she could easily feel the vibrations of the sound which traveled all the way from her bare feet to her body. In 1991, she got Philharmonic Society's Soloist of the Year Award. Famous musician James Blades उनके बारे में बोलते हैं कि गॉड ने भले ही उनकी सुनने की शक्ति ले ली हो बट बदले में कुछ ऐसा दिया है जो बहुत ही extraordinary है. She also tells in the interview that she is a workaholic and she loves to work even in her free time. In her free time she goes to prisons and hospitals and plays musical instruments there. And Richland, who is a social worker in Beethoven Fund for Deaf Children, says that Evelyn is a shining inspiration for deaf children. Evelyn is a great inspiration for all of us. If a girl like her who has overcome so many challenges in her life can succeed in following her passion, then why can't we? So guys, this was the summary of this chapter. You can also go through the tests, documents and videos of this chapter in the class 9th course of EduRev Infinity.